Welcome to the dynamic learning hub of XLR at Andheri East. A prime spot conveniently located at just a 5-minute walk from LIC Andheri Metro. In our journey of over a decade, we have proudly trained over 2 lakh students. We have also been recognized by Deloitte, Silicon India, and other accreditation bodies. Experience learning like never before in our spacious and comfortable classrooms. With high-definition projectors and state-of-the-art acoustics in place, we ensure effective learning even to the farthest point in the room. The hybrid mode is a game changer as you can enjoy the benefits of a live classroom from the comfort of your home. Even if you happen to miss any classroom session, you can still attend the same session with the same trainer at the same time at your convenience, maintaining consistency in your learning progress. Wanna get started? Join us for a demo or career chat over a cup of coffee at our Andheri branch. XLR. We don't just train, we build.
Collaboration with XLR was an excellent one. We conducted a Power BI workshop with Advanced Excel over a span of 3 days. The workshop was almost 12 hours long in total. Mr. Karthik, who was an amazing trainer, helped the students understand the concepts deeply. I am sure that the students will be able to apply these concepts in their careers as well as their daily lives.
The trainer, Mr. Karthik, was an excellent person where he explained in very detailed manner on how to give great insights using very complex data sets.
The machine learning workshop. We learned a lot from the course and it was a great experience attending the workshop.
The trainer was very helpful. He had a hands-on approach with his teaching and it was fabulous.
This was a great experience for me. So I would absolutely love it if XLR and its team would come again to our campus and conduct more events like this.
Great course, and it started from basics and took me to a great extent.
The experience of the workshop was really nice. The feedback from all the students was positive. They understood the concept. The workshop was also practical based with some questions. The experience with XLR was very smooth. They helped us in conducting the workshop smoothly right from the booking of the vendor and deciding the course till the distribution of certificates. In overall, this workshop was a success during our Technical Fest Atmos, and I thank XLR for being a part of it.
My name is Almas. So I'm here to do a campus drive. I'm coming from a company called Dotline. I deal with HR and operations. And unexpectedly, I got a call from Ashwin sir. So he was saying about XLR solutions and the way he approached us, saying that the candidates will be trained as per our requirements. So digital marketing was the immediate requirement. We have gone through the interview process. It was quite excited to see good number of talent pools in XLR. We could shortlist couple of them, and we have given some placements as well, even both for the full-time as well as internship. So overall, our experience with XLR is nice, and we look forward for a long-term relationship with XLR and the excited team. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Rupesh, and I work with Dotline as a performance marketeer, and I've got about like 15 plus years of experience. So today I happen to come here for the placement drive. Rightfully matched few profiles based on the requirement that we had. I'm so happy that XLR did a great job in terms of getting the pool of talents out and training them, and lucky that we are here so that we got the right match and we were able to get it. And thank you so much, XLR. Thank you.
So hello guys, myself Mohammad Tarheeb. I am a graduate from aviation background, and then I thought of doing my course in digital marketing. So then XLR was the best opportunity for me. I took out digital marketing from them, and then I enhanced my skills in digital marketing. They offered me a campus drive in a company called Dotline. They gave us 3 days of good session for student development program, wherein they gave us a good opportunity of learning whatever the skills is required for the interview, for us to enhance our skills and then perform well in interview. So yeah, after the interview went well, and I have got selected in Dotline Designs right now, and I am excited for the opportunity coming up.
Hi, I am Pinky. I did my MBA in HR. How I got to know about this institute is through Google. And then we got a wonderful trainer whose name is Asar. He used to give theoretical ideas, and for this interview we had a prior 3-day session for just brushing up all the requirements needed to attend the interview, which is again a wonderful thing from XLR team. So I had a good experience in attending the interview session for Dotline company. Thank you.
Good evening and welcome to the day 14 of the SDP on Python. I hope everybody is doing good and excited to start the journey of day 14. Any query, any question before starting the session? If yes, please post in the chat box. We'll take that for 2-3 minutes and we'll start with the today's session. Vivek Sharma. So, just for your information, you can't download the ebooks. Okay, you have to view from the LMS itself. That is not for the downloadable access. Okay, so you have to view on the extra LMS portal only. The Tarko sir, on last session, Vishal said that he will share the document with us to resolve.
Yeah.
So just now, 10 minutes back, he shared with me.
Oh, okay.
So I
Okay.
forwarded that. So
So
we
I
can
will
take that
check
on
it
Monday.
if I can. Yeah, but today, unfortunately, I will be in a hurry also. I have some other thing. So Vishal, not a worry. Maybe what I will do is Monday we have our last class, and before that, I will try to go through the mail that you have sent. Today it may not be possible, but over the weekend I will check quickly, and so Monday I should be ready to share with you my insights. Okay? Yeah, Vishal. Okay.
Yes, sir. Then I think we are good to start.
Yes. Thank you so much, Amar. And so, guys, day 14, although I will make a quick disclaimer before I do any other thing, is that actually my materials probably will get till day 13 or 14 only, although we have day 15. That's because certain days we have overlap. Okay, so don't get confused. Where is the day 14 material and all if you don't have? Like, say, for example, oops. Although we have done it on day 12, day 11 today also we are continuing. So day 11, day 12 will be clubbed into day 11. Okay. So go through the materials. You will get a grip on where it is, what is the where. So, and if any doubt, you can quickly get back to me through Amar sir or Shushmita ma'am. Okay. So then a warm welcome to all of you. Thank you so much. Welcome back. I hope you had a good break also yesterday, wherein you celebrated your festivals. Okay, and to our respected faculty, thank you so much, Madam Sirs, for joining in and supporting us. And yes, so let's get started. Why the wait? So, quick recap. Who will tell me what all we have done yesterday? Not yesterday, day before yesterday. Okay. Can you please share me your question, your insights? What all we have covered? I will start making a note. Oops concept, Aishwarya. That's fine. What in oops? Okay. Good. Vivek says properties, which are attributes, right, Vivek? Attributes. Then what else? Okay, Maruf says methods. Very good, Maruf. Maruf also says properties, attributes. Extremely good. Vivek says abstraction. Vivek, we haven't come to abstraction, by the way. Okay. And Ramya Shri says exception handling. Did we do it on last day? Yes, I think we did it. Okay. Exception handling. Then what? Class and object. Okay, Aishwarya says classes and objects. So basically, classes and objects introduction. Okay. Right. Anything else we have missed out? Adina, what do you say? Object-oriented programming. Yes, Adina, that's correct. But in object-oriented, what? Yeah, Indu says attribute. Okay, thank you, Indu. Thank you, all of you. Yes, that's more or less what we have done. So now, before I move to the other topics, let me also finish off with one more topic. Actually, you guys didn't say one thing. You know what? Build dictionary, classes dictionary, right? Classes dictionary. Then you didn't tell me also this one. Built-in methods. What are the built-in methods? What are the built-in methods? Features of OOPS, Varshika? Yeah, correct. I will also put that. Features of OOPS. What are the features of OOPS? What were the features of OOPS? They were uh, encapsulation, polymorphism. Correct. Polymorphism. Uh, Fism, it should, no? Polymorphism. Then what was it? Polymorphism. Then inheritance. And one more, abstraction. Very good. Yes, very good, Varshika. Abstraction. Abstraction. Very nice. Okay, what about the built-in methods? Come on, has anybody replied? Okay, Adina, correct. Very good. Rameshri, abstraction. Okay, very nice. Aishwarya, get attribute. Very nice. Aishwarya says, get attribute, set attribute. You have, before that, Ramya, you should have told me has attribute. Then tell me that. Set attribute. What one more? Del attribute, right? Del attribute. Good. Okay, so we have covered all these quite a lot. Okay, let's move a bit more. Today, no MCQs or anything. We have quite a few topics to actually cover. And oops, being oops, it needs a bit of attention from your end. Okay, next we will cover something called as class properties and what is it? Class attributes and object attributes. Okay, so here, if you can see, okay, now let's get to this. We are creating a object called shark. We have created shark before. So now tell me, whereas various attributes differ from shark to shark, right? The color may be white or black or whatever, right? But one thing, what can be common for all sharks is that they will all be in ocean, correct? Or do you think they can be in the pond also? Yeah, Azra, thank you for pointing it out. Thanks. So what do you think? All sharks can stay in the ocean? Or some sharks stay in the ocean, some in rivers, some in pond, some in our bathtub? All sharks stay in the ocean. So one attribute that is proper for all of them is the location, which is ocean. Okay. An animal type, this also is common for them. It is fish. Okay, right? So this is fish. So what I am doing is, see now, I'm setting up two attributes. You see, they're not in the init method, by the way. See, they are outside the init method within the main class itself. And his location is ocean and the other animal type is equal to fish. Okay. Now, what am I doing, my dears, is that I'm going to modify the method now of swim. Well, nothing to modify. Actually, the method swim still remains same. We will introduce one small line here. Swim and stays in where location. And which stays in self dot location and swim. I'm going to remove all this. Is my screen visible, dear ones? The name and which is a self dot animal underscore type. Okay, let's see what happens. Do I get an error? Let me see. So I will run this. I will create this class again. It has run. Now let me instantiate it. I'm saying Sammy equals to shark. See, I'm not passing anything now because in my init I have modified it to put a default name as Jai. Okay, yeah. So I'm just initializing it. Sammy equals to shark. Then Sammy dot lotion, that is ocean. Sammy dot name is Jai. What about Sammy dot? Let's see. It is giving me suggestion, which also location. See ocean. Okay. See now, I then separately need to initialize this within the class. I have created it within the class variable, not within the object constructor. Okay. So this is the difference between again, please note what I created now is a class attribute. So it is common for all animals built of type shark. I'm not separately, I don't have to again pass something at runtime for them. Get it? But whereas in the object variable or object attribute, I need to do that every time. Yeah, so that's the difference. Okay, Aisha, please remind me. Let me finish a bit. You keep a tab. You remind me towards around 7:45 about telling you about the self. Pragati, okay, fine. Friends, okay, fine. Okay, so guys, now it's time for you to dive deep into this class, create it, instantiate it, and check out the attributes using the built-in methods. I I won't I won't give you the complete code. I will just show the change I have made. Now it's up to you to create this code and implement it. Okay, chalo, get going, please. Rizwan, yes, screen was paused. Sorry, I'm not sharing it. I was checking some material which I needed to see for presenting to you. So that is, I paused the screen so that it doesn't disturb you. Okay. Okay. Over. So if it's done, please drop me a DM if it's done. If somebody is still writing and needs some time to finish the code, please drop me a DM as well. Okay. Say I wait quite a while just to ensure that you can practice. Okay, Maruf, done in your honor, 2 more minutes. Okay, you please continue. I will get some warm water for myself. done, please tell me. If it's done, please tell me. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Maruf, for confirming. Thank you, Varshika. Thank you. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Nagesh. Okay. Okay. Now let's start another mega topic. What is that mega topic? Can you guess what is the next topic that we should cover? Okay, Rizwan, thank you. Yeah. Aisha, I have your question in mind. Also, the other question you have asked, I will explain both. You save both of them, okay? So now we will come to the concept of inheritance. Okay. Tell me, you tell me what comes to your mind whenever you hear the word term inheritance. Generation to generation, very good, Rashida. Generation to generation, what? Class inheriting property of other class. Aisha, that's a very technical answer. Generally, as an Indian girl, what comes to your mind first? Passing something to future generations. Very good, Maru. Ramyashri, class accurate. Again, Ramyashri, that's technical. As an Indian girl or Indian boy, what would you people say? Passing characters. Yes, characteristics. Okay, that's one thing. Adina, one class is inherited by other. Okay, all you guys are very technical guys. Very good. Azra has said passing of things in generations from grandfather to father to us. Very nice. Okay. See, this is what with in us Indians, this is something we value. What our ancestors have passed on to us. How we hold on to our family heirlooms, right? That necklace which the grandmother used to wear comes to the mother, then to the granddaughter or the grandson. That house which the great grandfather built around 5 generations back, and that still people are living there, sharing the same roof, eating in the same kitchen, from the same kitchen. And that's what defines us, especially we as Indians. And then some of you have said characters, absolutely. We say that and this trait I have received as a legacy of my mother or my father, right? Like say the honesty, uprightness, hard work, correct? So we take pride in it, yeah. And stuff. That's okay. So um, in OOP, the concept is that don't repeat yourself. Basically, something is there, don't build it again. Hmm. Got it? Don't build it again. Like suppose, let's take vehicles. Okay. Um, um, suppose, how do I frame it? I'm just trying to think how I should demonstrate this to you so that it's very easy to understand. Okay. Let us say a burger. Okay. So uh, the base of the why burger, that's American. Our own vada pav, huh? We'll go with our own vada pav. Proudly Indian. So vada pav, what do we have? We have vada and pav, right? The pav is the base in which we have the vada and then some that spices and all they will add. Little bit of sometimes there's kanda and all, means onion and all that, right? Now, nowadays you get lot of variants of vada, Szechuan vada, Szechuan vada pav. Then what else do you get? If you can name me a few of the cheese vada pav, mac cheese vada pav, some of these, all these weird things are coming. Mac cheese vada pav. Okay, Can you name me a few guys? I don't know if anybody of you here like vada pav and you regularly eat it. Pickle, okay, yeah, Maruf, correct. Pickle recipes, thank you. With green chili, okay, Asda says with green chili, yes. Vada pav with green chili, absolutely. Then what? Okay, nobody else is saying. I think not you people don't eat vada pav very much. Okay, I will take Asda's answer, green chili with green chili, and then whatever I have said. But now see, the base is vada pav, correct? So the recipe for this is plain and simple vada. The proper the pav, the base is the pav, then the vada properly done, fried, etc. And then a bit of the masala that we put, right? So this there's no change in this. If even if I made Szechuan vada or chili vada, green chili vada pav, or plain vada pav, right? So my recipe for Szechuan vada pav is the basic vada pav plus the Szechuan component, right? So instead of again writing the recipe every time for Szechuan vada pav or mac cheese vada pav, etc., I just write, I reuse I inherit the recipe of vada pav into all these variants, correct? So this is the idea of inheritance. Okay, I don't reuse the thing again and again. Similarly, in coding perspective, we have something called as the dry principle, right? What is dry? Have you heard of the dry principle? Yes, sir. It's raining very much, sir. And we have to keep everything dry. Our laptops, our hard drives, right? Okay, by the way, not dry like that, but as in the other thing, as in don't repeat yourself. Okay. So the funda is don't repeat yourself. Just give me a minute. I'm just trying to see why my screen is not coming down despite my best attempts. I will open a new page. So the principle here is called DRY. Don't repeat yourself. Okay, right? So the class from which is the base class, is known as the parent class. Okay, parent class, and the class who gets the properties is known as the child class. A parent class can have multiple children, child 1, child 2, child 3. The child class can also have multiple parents, P1, P2, P3. So many is to many relationship. Okay. So now all the theory is gone, is done. Now it's time for actually working out an inheritance. Okay. Now for working out an inheritance, I will now create a new class called fish. Fish has two methods called swim and swim backwards. And it has got another method, constructor method, which sets the attributes. What are the attributes? Fish will have first name, last name, skeleton, eyelids. By default, I'm setting these parameters. I have given some default variables to last name, skeleton, and eyelids. Most of the fishes are bony fish, so we put the skeleton as bone. Most fishes don't have eyelids, so we are putting it as false by default. And so apart from that, there are just the methods. So what we will do is let's go ahead and redo this whole thing. What whole thing? So you will write the definition now of the class fish. Please try to write it on your own. I know you have my reference material, but don't do it. You try to create a class fish with the attributes first name, last name, skeleton, eyelids. Okay. Let me see how well you do it. First name, last name, skeleton, and eyelids. Okay. Come on, you get going. In the meanwhile, I will try to explain to Aisha once again what is self. So, Aisha, the self means it is the object itself. See, every method is developed or an attribute is for the object. For which object? The self is a placeholder for that object. So when we call the method with the object dot method name, what happens? That object name gets passed to the method, and the method knows that it is being called or implemented for this particular object. Okay. And let me know if you have understood it, Aisha. Okay. So very good. No, I haven't displayed any output till now. I don't have time. I'm not going to show output to you right now. Tell me, please, is this class created? Fish. Please reply to me and DM saying if the class is created or if you need a minute more to create it. 1 minute more, sir. Yeah, that's good. Okay, fine. Go ahead, please. Varshika, the output will come now. We haven't even come near the output. No, there's one more step before we can think of the output. Maru, sorry, I saw your question just now. You didn't give any first name, sir. No, not needed, Maru. First name will be passed at runtime. Okay. Okay. Thanks for the confirmation, students. Thank you so much. So yes, now see, now the main game starts. See, now I'm creating a class called Goldfish. And within brackets, you remember I told you that within this brackets of a class, we can pass certain things and I will pass it eventually. I'm passing something called as fish. What is that something? This is the parent class that we have created just now. And then you see I'm writing pass. Means just inherit the parent class, do nothing. Okay? So let me inherit the parent class and let me see if I've compiled this class fish. Just to be doubly sure, I will run it again. And over here, inherited the class goldfish. Now see, I am going to instantiate goldfish. By the way, I think Aisha, was it you or somebody who asked why we are just writing Sammy equals to? Again, it is because I'm instantiating Sammy, which is an object from class shark. Okay, here I'm instantiating the object Cassie from goldfish, and to this constructor method, I'm passing the first name Nemo. Now look at this. Now, see, ideally, I have not defined any other methods in goldfish class, but you see, since it's inheriting from fish, all the fish's attributes and methods will come into Cassie. Now you see this. Cassie.swim, the fish Nemo is swimming. Cassie.swim backwards, the fish Nemo can swim backwards. And if you do that, has attribute, get attribute, tell attribute, all the attributes of fish, which are its first name, last name, skeleton, eyelids, all will be there. Got it? So finish this part, please, quickly. Please finish this part. Okay, please DM me if you're finished. As you know, I always wait for your responses before I move on. So it's very important that you tell me once you have done. I'm waiting anyway for 2 more minutes till 7:58 by my laptop watch, and then I will move on. And tomorrow. Yes, absolutely, Ramyashi. You can use any other name instead of Cassie. Okay. Okay, good. So that you have now finished. Now you see this is called as complete inheritance. Okay. Completely you have inherited. Now we will see another class which partially inherits and which overrides the parent class. Okay, what will you say here? I will give this name as this is partial inheritance. Partial inheritance and overwriting the parent methods. Okay, come, let's look at it. Okay, for this class, we are again recreating our shark class. Okay, don't confuse it with what you have done previously, just forget it. Now, here we are going to inherit from the fish class. Shark is the child, fish is the parent. But you see, there are differences. In fish, we have said by default skeleton is bone. Okay, here we are going to say by default skeleton is cartilage. Last name by default was fish in the fish class. Here it is shark. And eyelids by default is true. So I am going to write the constructor method again. I am not going to use the parent constructor method. Okay, got it? And the swim backwards also, I am going to redo it. Sharks can't directly swim backwards, they sink and swim back. So I am writing another function called swim backwards. Now you see the parent class constructor method will be overwritten by the child class method, and the parent class other method swim backwards will also be overwritten by this one child class. But what will be inherited then? The swim method will be inherited. Okay, so let's create this class. Then let me instantiate it again, that same Sammy, give name as Jackie. See the last name here now. By default it is shark, and I can see the attribute skeleton, it is cartilage. What about swim? See, it is the same as the fish class. There's no change there. But for backwards, swim backwards method, it has changed. Got it? So this is the difference between the parent class and the child class, with the child class overwriting the parent methods. Okay, right? So come on, quickly, please try doing this. Anyway, it's 8 o'clock. Can take a 10-minute break and then come back and do it. But yeah, after that, we will continue with some other aspects of inheritance. So it's 8 already. So I'm just putting a message here. Break till 8:10. Break till 8:10 p.m. On the other side, we will finish off the inheritance and start with something called as polymorphism. Let's get going fast. Okay, to take a quick break, I need one. Need to hydrate myself. You also can do so. Stretch out, take a deep breath, and come back and start typing furiously the new classes. Okay, so guys, I'm back and it's dot 8:10. I think we can start back with our discussion. Anything, anywhere you are stuck, just drop me a message while the others can please continue with the regular stuff. What is the regular stuff? So redefine the class shark, just in case you haven't done it. Inherit partially from fish and check out how it's working. Take a few more minutes to finish this part till 8:16 maybe, and then we will move on with another partial inheritance. Okay. Okay. I'm moving on, guys. Huh? So now we will try one more, which is called as partial overriding. Okay. What is this one more as in? I am going to create one more type of class which will partially override its parent. Partially, partial overwriting the parent method. Okay. So how does this work? It is basically now what we are going to do is to write a class which will partially override its parent constructor method, but inherit back the rest of the part. Okay, so to understand what I mean, now we are going to declare another class called trout, which has got all the other characteristics of fish, like first name, last name. Last name is fish by default. The skeleton is bone by default. Then eyelids are false by default, but it's got an additional attribute, which is what that it stays in water. What type of water? River water. Okay, so now we are going to define another constructor method from for trout, which will initialize the attribute water with river, and rest of the attributes will be initialized by the parent constructor method. So now here I call another built-in function called super, which is going to call the init method of the parent. How? So when I say super dot init underscore underscore init, so it means that call the parents init method or the parents constructor method. So that's why see I'm passing the first name as the attribute marker to the init method. Got it? So if I run this and then you see call trout equals to trout Nemo. See, rest of the things is just like the parent. Only thing is one additional attribute called river is there. So this is called a super built-in function. It calls the parent method or methods, and this is how you call it. Okay. Clear? You didn't get it. Marav, no problem. You first define this class trout and instantiate it and call the attributes of the parent class and also the attribute water of the child class itself. Call this. Do this, then we will discuss. Okay. Yes. So can I move to the next demonstration of this code? Yeah, can I move on, guys? In this case, there's one more. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, sorry, Maruf, I forgot. Okay, you still didn't get it. I will explain super again. Maruf, super is like, think of like calling a super class. Okay. What super class? It is a built-in function which knows who is the parent constructor for this class child. Okay, and it just calls that constructor. Think of it like partially the child has set its own attributes. Now here the parent attributes are being set. How do you set? Obviously you need to call the init method for that class fish. How do you call it? You just can't write init first name. So then you use something called super. Okay, so super is a built-in function. Okay, here remember this much only. So whenever you need to call a parent function for a child, then you call it by using the super. And why is there first name? Because see, Maruf, you're calling the fish as constructor. Okay, the fish class, which is the parent class. That's constructor method. And there you have the first name, you have to pass it. So you understand, you yourself are asking the right question. Got it? Yeah. Okay. So now we will see, by the way, I have kept for you one more example. You can check this out later of a parent class account and a child class locker. The locker has one extra details called locker, which is the locker number, and rest all it takes the parent class as constructor. Okay. Okay. So whenever this super function comes, please remember it's calling the super classes method. Okay, or whatever you call as the base class or the parent class basically. Now, this is an example of multiple inheritance. There's a class called Coral, which has two parents. One is animal and the other is community. Okay. Uh, Sorry, there are two classes called Coral and animal. There's a common class method between them both called community. Although their outputs are different. The Coral community method in Coral just prints Coral lives in a community, whereas the community method in Animal prints animals don't live in a community. See, diametrically different, although the method name is same. Now there is a class called Coral Reef, which inherits both from Animal and from Coral. So it's got two parents. So can you tell me what all methods will be inherited by Coral Reef and from which parent? Which parent? Okay, from Animal and Coral, that's correct. But what methods will it inherit? Yeah, correct. From Animal and Coral, but what are the methods? Hmm. And what else? Yes, come on, try. Yes, correct, Adina. Very good. Print, clownfish, and community. Okay. Now we will see which community method is taken by Coral. Okay, let's do that. So I'm created two classes, Coral, then Animal, and also the third one, Coral Reef. Okay. Now what I will do is okay, the order of inheritance is first Animal, then Coral, left to right inheritance. Okay. Now let's instantiate the Coral Reef class. Instantiation done. Let's call let's call the community method from Coral Reef. You see, animals don't live in a community. Okay, so it has taken the community method from animals, not coral. How is this determined? As I said, inheritance order is from left to right. Okay, so what happens if there are two methods by the same name in both the classes? Then whatever is in the left side, that gets priority. Okay, so left side gets priority. Why isn't this going down today? Some new issues every day. Just close the notes automatically. Yes, yes. Yeah. Fair enough. We'll start from here. Now, what happens is, see, when there are two classes, let's say class 1, class 2, and the child class, parent class 1, parent class 2, basically, and the child class, just class 3, inherits both in this order, PC1, comma PC2. Then the method, and if both PC1 and PC2 have one method with the same name, let's say, method M1. Okay, then the M1 of PC1 will get priority over the M1 of PC2. Now, this is defined by something, by one variable called as MRO. It looks like this. MRO means method resolution order. And so it's like scope of methods in a class. Method resolution order. Okay. So always remember this. For a class, its own methods get priority first. Class's method gets first priority. Then the method of the parent class 1, then the method of the parent class 2. See, this is the order in which inheritance works. Okay. So since, now to get back to our code, so you can check this, you can run this. See, coralreef.mro, it says main.coralreef. So the coral reef object class, its methods get priority first, then animal, then coral. Okay, right? So this is how coral reef gets its community method from animals. Okay. Now quickly, please run this code. Check this code on your own. Verify it. See what is MRO. Imbibe it. Also community from animal class. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, so that's how it works, Maruf. That's how the rules are set. So I can't help you on this one. Why, sir? Because that is how it's defined. First, the class's own method, then the parent which comes first in the inheritance order, then the next parents. Okay, so what's the time now? 8:34. Okay. So let's move on. So now what we will do, so I'm taking up a new topic. Is it okay? Or you're still typing, guys? Please drop in a DM to me, letting me know what you're doing. Okay. Is subclass is instance. Okay, fine, Maruf. Please finish off. I'll just take you back to that part where you're still typing. But after this, we will do something. We'll show you something. Okay, please finish this coral reef. Okay. Yes, correct, correct. That's because see first coral reef, then coral. Probably you have inherited from coral first. Okay, maybe your class contains coral in the left side. That is why you're getting coral first. Okay. Now, quickly, yeah, Maruf, you can check that out. It is okay. Otherwise, it's fine. Okay. Now, quickly, one more thing. There are two built-in functions again. One is called is subclass, which checks if a class is a child of another parent class. Okay, for example, let me do this. Let me show you here. Okay, I have built this coral fish and okay. Here, we'll just try out the is subclass method for you. Is subclass. Is Sub class. Okay. And how does it work? So it returns a true or false, boolean true or false. It takes two inputs. One is the class name, like in our case, say Coral Reef, and the other is the parent name. In our case, let's take Animan. Okay, so let's print this. So if Coral Reef is a child of Animan, then it will return true. Otherwise, it will return false. Okay, yeah, so there it goes. Is subclass. One more is instance method. This is very important. Many times you will have to validate if your input to the function that you're sending, whether that is a string or a number, as in an integer or a float. So the way to do it is to use the is instance. Okay, for example, let me say, let me take this one, a equals to name. Okay, this is a string. So print is instance a string. Okay, so if a is an instance of class string, then it will return true. What if I say is a an instance of the class integer? It will return to me false. Very important. Many times input validations have to done by using this is instance class. Okay, is instance function. Got it? Okay, please validate these two functions quickly. Is subclass and is instance. Here is the is subclass format. It takes the child class and the parent class as its input, and it returns the boolean true or false, whereas is instance takes the object and the class as its parameters and also returns a boolean true or false. Okay, guys, I will try to finish one more topic if you're okay. Then I want to take today's time. Yes, tech trivia is there. I also want to give you a brief introduction on the threading module. Is Nagesh there today? Nagesh has been after me for quite a while now, and I will be doing him great injustice if I don't show this. Yeah, Maruf, you can please put your uh, code here so that I can validate why you are getting an error. Uh, Still have quite a way to go, my dears. There's some class code. What is the error you are getting? Arif, please send me the error as well. I think coral reef name is wrong. C should be capital. Yes, C should be capital. Coral reef, what you have passed is an object. That's why the error. Please check it. Yes, Nagesh, just now I said that. Towards the end, I will try to take threading module. Okay, guys, one more thing. Sometimes you implement a feature in classes called as data hiding or method hiding, attribute hiding. So we do that by using a parameter called as strictly private parameter, which is a strictly private attribute, or we hide methods by using strictly private methods. Now, whenever you put a double underscore in front of an attribute or a method, it becomes a strictly or strongly private attribute and method. Okay, remember this? We had discussed this at the beginning. Starting with one underscores, it's a private attribute or method, and two underscores means leading underscores means it's a strongly private attribute or method. So here I'm setting up a strongly private method attribute called location and another method called print clownfish, which is strongly private. So remember, please, that nobody except methods inside this class will be able to call the strongly private method or attribute, not even the inherited child. Okay, so just to demonstrate, I've set it up strongly private method and strongly private attribute. Again, coral reef, it is inheriting from coral. And now I'm checking, can it access the strongly private subclass animal.name? It comes. Okay, see, animal I'm using over here. Okay, animal dot underscore print clownfish. Can I call it? Says no, animal object has no attribute print clownfish. So it is hiding the method. Okay, you cannot access it. It is hiding it. Okay, see here very simply, I've used the animal class to create an animal instance. And from that animal instance, I'm trying to call the strongly private method called is print clownfish. Okay, and same will happen for animal.name. Was it animal.location? So I will check if this attribute is there. Has attribute, what is it? ANM, comma, underscore location. So simply to return something called as false. Okay. So yes, this is what we have time for as of today. And right, so I will just try to wrap it up unless and until you have some questions for me, or you want to say, sir, wait for a minute or so. I want to go through this code. You can do that. You're free to do it. But I will need the next 5 to 10 minutes to explain to you quickly the threading module. I'll go back to this. Okay. Please have a look at the is instance function. Okay, Maruf, no worries. You just keep it up for today. Leave it. Uh, since I'm starved of time, if I want to show the threading module properly, I need to open my material up now. Just note it. Next day at the beginning, you remind me. Towards the beginning of the class, please remind me. Okay? Yeah. Amar, please make a note. She will have this question. So maybe starting 5 minutes, we can give her some time.
Sure, sir.
Yeah. Thank you so much, Amar. Thank you so much. Okay, everybody, please now just I know it's a bit of a switch off from one topic to another, but yeah, one of your friends has been asking this continuously, and actually, it's good that he has asked it. It's a good topic to understand. So multi-threading. Threads means what? Processes. Okay, a small unit of process that runs separately. So whenever you open our systems, if you do this control alt delete, no, say go to task manager, we'll see so many things going on. Okay, so these processes are actually one thread or maybe multiple threads going on. See this Google Chrome, so many is open. The Microsoft Excel, Microsoft OneNote, again, these are all threads. Okay, threads means basically processing. The power to run parallel processes comes with the evolved CPUs, multi-core CPUs, etc., which brought in the concept of running multiple threads at the same time inside a single process. So one main process, but underneath it there are multiple parallel threads going on. So maybe like there's a thread to write into a database. Okay. So thread one, so process to write into a database. So there may be three threads going on from this one main process. One to write, say, into writes row numbers 1 to 1000 of the data set. The second process thread, thread 1, T1, the second thread to insert, say, row numbers 1001 to 1 lakh. Okay. And the third thread for the rest of the rows. Okay. So this is called as multiple threads. Yes. In Python, when is multi-threading useful? When we want to do multiple tasks concurrently, like downloading files, reading, writing files, okay, web scraping. That's it. Okay. And um, multi-threading is best for IO bound tasks, not CPU heavy tasks. The network calls, file operations, etc. Not CPU heavy work. A CPU heavy work like opening a movie, etc. These are all CPU heavy work. Okay. So one more thing, please remember, multi-threading has to be done very carefully because if you don't know how to handle threads, you might create a pandemonium. Okay. So very carefully you have to handle threads. Next what? So again, Nagesh, it's a small introduction. I don't have time for all the details. Quickly, I will show you how it's implemented. So how to implement a thread? In Python, there is a module called threading. You have to import it. Now, to give you an example, I'm going to generate numbers from 1 to 5 and print them. So what I do is I create um, a thread like this called T1. T1 from the threading module, we take the thread class. The target is print. Target means what is the method for which function for which the thread will be created. What is the method? What function? What method? Okay. So in our case, it is this function to generate and print numbers from 1 to 5. So you see, how do we start a thread? We use the start method from the thread object. And how do we wait for the thread to finish before starting any other thread? Is we write call another method called t1.join. Okay, join. Once the thread finishes and the join opens up, then we can start other threads. Okay. So if you want to run multiple threads, let's say threads hmm, or two tasks. Okay. Over here, what I'm doing is I am again the same task with a different name. Okay. So what am I doing is I'm creating a thread one to run this task function with the name as A, and there's another task invocation to the same function with the name B. Args means here what are the multiple arguments. Okay. So I start both the threads t1.start. Then I say wait for T1 to finish before starting T2 and wait for T2 to finish before printing both threads completed. Okay. So this is how threads are spawned and locked. This is called spawned, locked, and finished. Okay, apart from that, Nagesh, there are other things. You can go through these. They're called synchronization, locks, etc. So this will be very much beyond the scope of the class because as I have also committed, I'm keeping the last few minutes for this one, the tech trivia, which is important. And many of you actually eagerly wait for it. So I'm going to share this also with you, this material, so that you can go through it uh, in your spare time. And I hope it has helped you. Okay. Nagesh, you can just let me know if you feel at least you now have an introduction to threading. Fine then. So as of studies, we finish off today with this, and we have one more class left. We will have to finish the we will have to finish off the oops. It's actually you see it's quite hot heavy. That is why it's taking time for us to finish. And today's tech trivia, something very interesting. So, researchers at Manchester University, collaborating with scientists and researchers from MIT, they have used AI, artificial intelligence, to discover a brand new antibiotic targeting inflammatory bowel disease like irritable bowel syndromes, etc. It's a very bad disease. You become frequently you get stomach related issues, pain, and lot of other things are there. So till now, not a very good prognosis or cure is there. But yes, now researchers are using AI to generate brand new antibiotics. And it shows that AI helped predict the drug's mechanism of action much faster and cheaper than traditional methods. So what took nearly 2 years of research and $2 million to come up with a single shot of a drug took 6 months and only $60,000 to come up with the first prototype of the drug. Okay. Another one, Amazon's Jeff Bezos, the CEO of Amazon, Jeff Bezos, has predicted that within 10 to 20 years, very large scale data centers, gigawatt scale data centers will be built in space, benefiting from continuous solar energy and potentially performing Earth-based data centers. So all these cloud systems that you use, they are hosted on somebody's data center, somewhere in USA, somewhere in India, somewhere in Australia, somewhere in Europe, and they consume lot of energy, lot of energy. It's not useful. It's not easy. Huh? What we use, it's not at all easy. Lot of energy is wasted. So Jeff Bezos is predicting that eventually space station like data centers will be floating in the space, and they will be using energy from the sun to generate massive data operations. Okay, so with that, I bring the tech talk today to a close, and it's precisely 9. So we are dot on time. Thank you so much, my dear students, for your patience, for being there, for working religiously, for asking me again if you're not understanding. These are the traits of a of very sincere students and of a good programmer. So keep on the journey from here, and just go ahead and learn more, learn more, learn more. Never stop learning. Yeah, yeah, Shashank, maybe yes, OpenAI. Why only OpenAI? AWS and Microsoft Azure, a lot of them have data centers in India also. Okay, then. Thanks a lot, my dear friends. And with that, goodbye. Have a nice weekend. Keep practicing along with your whatever you have planned for the weekend. And we meet again on Monday, one last time, to discuss, to code, and to catch up on our tech talk. Thank you so much. It's been a pleasure. Amar, over to you.
Yeah, thank you, sir. So, dear participants, I already shared the attendance link in the chat box of the Zoom and YouTube. So please make sure you submitted your attendance and you shared your valuable feedback about the session. If not, please do that immediately. So a couple of you are asking me about the assessment. Okay, so assessment will be on a Monday. Saturday, Sunday, we don't have a classes. Okay, so you are asking about that tomorrow's assessment. Okay, so we'll be having the assessment on to the Monday. On top of it, there will be the link updation for the Zoom and YouTube. So everyone will be getting the email communication. On day 15, we'll be having the another link to join the Zoom session and YouTube as well. Okay, so you will get the mail on the same. So please check your mails before joining the session. Don't worry about the certification. I will explain on to the last day of the session. Okay, so yes. Yes, recordings are already available over the LMS portal with the material. Santoshi,
Okay,
you
thank you,
can
then, Amar.
drop.
And yeah.
Yes, sir. Okay. Santoshi, you can drop an email to edl@thetextar.com. If you not receive the email, you have to ask that earlier only. Na? On day 14th, you're asking. No problem. You have to drop an email to edl@thetextar.com. Don't share it that into the chat box. Test will be on Monday. Thank you guys. Thank you Shabnam. Thank you Sakshi. I hope the doubts are cleared. Okay, so I hope we're good to wind up for the day, guys, and we'll see you on Monday. So be prepared. You have 2 days of time. Questions are not going to come from any out of box chapter. So whatever we prepared, whatever well done in the last 14 days. So all the questions will be from that topic only. So let's be prepared, come back again, and we'll have a one wonderful session on to the Monday as well. Okay. So happy weekend. Keep practicing. Happy learning with Excel. So till the Monday, take care of yourself, take care of your family, and bye bye. Have a nice time ahead.